So here we go for a place in the quarterfinals. Great break there from Liam. He might be small in frame, but certainly can give those balls a good clout. Chat question on the stream: do we think this cloth is leading to more breaking dishes? Yes, is a simple answer. I think the balls are spreading a lot better, and which is creating more attacking, exciting play. I do genuinely believe the cloth is absolutely perfect. I know I am going to say that, but I'm a player as well, and believe it or not, but from a player's perspective, I just think it is a great cloth to play on, and as well as all the other benefits. So yeah, I think it's going to encourage a lot more finishing. But we've seen this weekend we've still had some tactical battles and some longer matches. So it's not all one way. Yeah, there's loads of break dishes on the TV table, but you know, we do generally try and pick the best matches for the stream, which is why you've never seen me on. Quite a lot of you have sent me messages and stuff, emails over the past few days. I'm trying my best to reply to them and catch up with them, so just bear with me. I am somehow still in the seniors. I got beat by Steve Thompson in the main event. Yes, Cole, it was a marathon last year against Steve, but it was a little bit quicker this time, marginally.
Start the 12 o'clock session on table number 1. Mark Farnsworth, John McAllister. Mark Farnsworth, John McAllister, table 1.
So the remaining matches in the last 16 have just been called now. The first match out was Mark Farnsworth, John McAllister. That should be a cracker.
Table number 3, Jimmy Croxton, Ian Alley. Jimmy Croxton, Ian Alley, table number 3. Table number 9, Neil Rayburn, Dan Davies. Neil Rayburn, Dan Davies, table 9. On table number 2, Simon Fitzsimons, Ronan McCarthy. Simon Fitzsimons, Ronan McCarthy, table 2. In the ladies, on table 12, Debbie Birchall.
There's comments about the time it takes people to play shots. This is a world championship. You're not going to start running around the table just because, to keep everyone happy. They're here to win a tournament, and it's the biggest tournament in the Blackball calendar. And, in an ideal world, you probably would have shot clock on every table, but that would mean probably a bank of about 25-30 referees, which isn't just practical at the moment. We have the shot clock for the semis and the finals because they are the showcase events and rounds. You know, it's the nitty gritty, and I think it's right that we do that. But you know, you've got to give these guys, you know, they're playing in a situations that you don't come across every day. You only get, this event only happens once a year. There's a lot at stake. Well, the problem with just having a shot clock on the stream is then you start you've got players playing out in the arena who don't have a shot clock, and then players who are playing on the stream with the shot clock, so you're creating an inconsistent event in the same round as such. So so that's why we wouldn't do that. It's either, you know, everyone has it for every round, or they don't. So the important thing was Ben, he wasn't playing particularly slow. He was just carefully considering every shot, making sure he played the right shot, and he got the end result in the end. That's it. Just sit back and enjoy it. You know, we're here till Sunday. Don't get anything for finishing early, do we, Dave? Well, we do try and pick the best match for the stream, but we can't pick the same players all the time. But this is a great match, you know. I don't know what whoever made the comment thinks this isn't a great match, but you've got Liam Dunster who's won everything against Ben Davies, who is an ex-world champion. So somebody needs to do a bit of research. Been asked to the frames or sets change in the semis or final. Now I certainly know for the final it's a best of 7 sets. I'll have to double check for the semis because I can't actually remember. I'll just check on the website whilst we're on the subject. Yeah, it's just the final that changes. So we'll play the first 3 sets, then there'll be a half-hour break, and then it'll then be played to a conclusion Saturday night. So I hope you're all going to be tuning in for that. Should be a great spectacle and a great advert for Blackball pool. So I think that's the first missed pot. We're in the 3rd frame. And there's the thing, isn't it? You know, Liam is regarded as a steady player, but he's still playing the attacking shot, and it's ultimately that what matters. You know, we can't all be running around the table. We're not all Ronnie O'Sullivans.
next match on table number 7, Yannick Beaufils, Jimmy Carney. Yannick Beaufils, Jimmy Carney, table 7.
Just one of the questions about the French players. Yannick Beaufils is obviously still in the last 16. He's just been called to play Jimmy Carney, who had a great win against John Chambers last night. And yeah, there was 5 or 6 guys from France here. Unfortunately, I think they've all been beaten now, but I think they've thoroughly enjoyed it, enjoyed the experience. We're seeing some pretty clinical stuff at the start here. One minor error from Liam, and Ben's has capitalised. So impressive start from both players. So, big break coming from Ben. But not big enough. Didn't quite get them as big as what he normally gets them. Yeah, that's an interesting point about Ben not rushing or playing silly shots. I think I remember commentating a couple of years back on some of his matches, and he was certainly rushing, making some careless errors. He's obviously been aware of that, worked on it, and now he seems a lot more together. Quickest player on the tour, probably Jordan Shepherd, I would have thought. Not many quicker than him. Slowest player. Who do you think the slowest player on the tour is, Dave? Well, sometimes it's not so much players are slow, it's just that they can tend to get involved in slow frames. But yeah, I mean, some of the older guys maybe a little bit slower than some of the younger guys, but it is what it is. Certainly not me. Just a word on the tables and about how they're playing and the pockets, and I think I would say that the pockets are playing a little bit tighter than normal. What I've noticed is when you get a new Supreme winner on the green cloth, at the start the pockets play huge. They play like buckets, and which I don't think's ideal. But they do play generous. But I think with this cloth on, I think they don't play as generous, which I think is another advantage of using this cloth. So yeah, I think the players are having to be a bit accurate, particularly to playing something at pace down the rail. We've seen quite a few jaw and not go in. So yeah, and obviously these guys they've put a lot of practice in for this event, so they're going to be queuing well. No one quicker than Darren McVicker. Yeah, Darren's very quick as well. And somebody else said that I'm slow as well. That's two people. How do you know? I'm never on the stream. Yeah, we'll keep you updated on scores on the other tables. They've only been in play 15 minutes, so there won't be. I can only give you set score updates. So just to give you the full last 16 lineup, Mark Farnsworth, Bookie's favourite, is taking on John McAllister. Yas Hussain, having a good run. He's taking on Craig Marsh now that he's had his beauty sleep. Ben Davies, as you know, here is playing Liam Dunster. Winner of this plays the winner of Jimmy Croxton and Ian Alley. Should be another cracking match. Yannick Beaufils from France. He'll be taking on Jimmy Carney. And Neil Rayborn. Another one sort of going under the radar a little bit. Just doing his thing. He's taking on Dan Davey. Jeremy Hooper's taking on Arfan Dad. And Simon Fitzsimons is playing Ronan McCarthy. Yeah, Tsunami, but it takes two to play a 7-hour match. I think even Steve, by his own admission, was playing way too much safety. He was new to Blackball rules, to be fair, that event. I think it was one of the first competitions he played, so he was a little bit, I think, negative. I mean, the match we played yesterday was played in a different vein, so... So, how does he fancy playing this? I think he could probably just screw across and take the block into the same pocket. You can, those sort of shots you can play on these cloths. It's more grippy, and I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but you can just get more reaction on that white ball. The score with Jason Twist and Dan Davey last night, it was 3-1 to Dan. I think the stream cut off at 3-all in the fourth frame, and Jason missed the black and let Dan a finish. It was a tricky finish, and he took it out. So unfortunately, you won't have seen that. Yeah, MPPs, Northern Pool Promotions. Yeah, they were some of the first competitions that I started playing in the mid-80s. Just played that well. So this is pretty impressive from Ben Davies. Impressive start. It's three breaks. Three finishes. So we've now got somebody. We've now got somebody in the commentary box who knows what they're on about. Well, I say that it's John Chambers.
Yeah, I'll just text someone else for you, Kev. You'll do a better job than me.
So, have you enjoyed your first event back?
Yeah, I've loved it. It's brilliant. I love these tables. It's really good. I love the setup. everything about it really.
It was a real ding-dong battle you had last night with Jimmy.
Yeah, I didn't really want you to bring it up, to be honest with you, Kev, because I'm sitting there not playing. Yeah, it was a good battle. I enjoyed it. Disappointed in the end because I actually felt like I probably deserved to win the match. I thought I played the better of the two, but Jimmy played really well as well, especially in the fourth set. I was 2-0 up. I only had I won 3 frames, I did 3 clearances. I didn't get to the table in the other 4. Dry breaks, and he just dished up 4 times, and that was it.
Yeah, I just saw a little bit of the match. I know there was quite a crowd gathering around it in table 1, I think it was, wasn't it? And, the bit I saw, Jimmy must have been in his purple patch because he was pounding round that table. His face was pumped up. He was definitely up for it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah. And like I say, he did play well. He won the first set, deserved it. And then all of a sudden I've kicked in and I've just blew him away for 2 sets. And then that 4th set was a big killer for me. And then that was it, really. Yeah.
So we'll move on from that then.
Cheers, Kev.
Just talk about the cloth a little bit, from a player's perspective. I mean, I've sort of gone on about it and all the reasons for change and my views, but tell us what you think, in all honesty, as a player, what you found, how you found it, what you found the differences are.
Well, I find this cloth to play on, it's effortless to manoeuvre the white round. You haven't got to hammer the ball, to screw round the table. It plays really nice. The only thing is that you need to get used to as a player is it does come off the cushions a bit differently. So if you play with a bit of side, they do slide that little bit more. Even though it's fractions, that can make a difference. But I think once people get used to it, they can't not like the tables because they play really well. You can break well on them. You might not always get a ball in, but they always seem to just go everywhere all the time. So I think it'll favour. I think I just don't understand anybody who wouldn't like the cloths once they're played on them. I know I've spoke to 1 or 2 and they said they're not really keen on it initially, but they did say because they haven't had time to practice on them. So, but I think, like I say, it's just a really good table to play on. I just don't understand anybody who wouldn't want to play on, really.
Yeah, interesting insight there. I mean, we're talking about the pockets, and my sort of feeling is that they're playing a little bit tighter with this cloth on than they would on the green. I always think back to last year. When we got the new Supremes delivered in the green for the event, and some of the shots that were going in, I was like scratching my head a little bit, thinking, that missed, and they're still going in. But my sort of feeling is that they're a little bit more genuine now, the pockets.
Well, I've seen a couple that I thought would miss and still drop. But you find that when something's new, no matter what cloth you choose, when it's new cushions, new cloth, new tables, they always play easier anyway. And later as the time goes on, it does become harder to play on. And I think this is what's been the same with these really. Beginning of the week, I think 9-ball came into my mind at one point, especially some of my shots. I couldn't believe they went in. But then all of a sudden, they are just starting to tighten up a bit, especially when you try and play with a bit of pace. They're not as acceptive on certain shots, especially down the rails. I mean, you have got to be quite accurate, but they are made for an open game in the 21st century. And the look of these now, I said to you the other day, and I looked at the old green cloths, like these have been in for years, and it just looked like that was 20 years ago, and this is how it should be. But it's.
Them were the days, weren't they, of green cloth?
Oh, yeah. A whole week ago when I last had a knock.
When you last clean shaven. We had the green, yes.
It took me 6 months, this beard.
you'll get your money back. Nigel MacDonald is asking, has Ron MacArthur been nominated to Pull's Hall of Fame yet? Incredible consistency for over 25 years. I think the consistency element is absolutely incredible. I mean, he's about 300 years old, but yet he's still playing to such a high level.
Yeah, I've just been watching him over there. He's still doing it. He was like one of the top players when I started on the international scene all those years ago. And I look around and he's still doing it now. It's just ridiculous, the level he's been at.
Was that in the days of green?
Yes, all them years ago.
I tell you what, Ben's been mighty impressive in the first few frames.
Yeah.
Mighty impressive. He's had 3 chances, 3 clearances. But his manner around the table is very assured.
Yeah, I can remember a few years ago up at Bridlington, and it was I think it was the old 3PO, the Blackball then. Ben won the world title there. I've never seen anyone absolutely batter everybody in every round. He just absolutely mullered them. And he made it look so easy, and he looked like a bit like this, just so fluent around the table, just stroking them home. Never looked like missing. And when he's on fire like this, he's hard to stop because he just seems to find shots from anywhere. Even if he does run out of position, something always seems to end up down the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that the IPA has probably seen the best of Ben Davies. He's had some... I remember the very first event we did, he got beaten in the final, I think, by Giuseppe D'Imperio. But I think what I've just seen in that first set, that's the best I think I've seen him play in a long time, and it's great to see.
Yeah, I think he had a bit of a break from the game. I'm not sure though, as I have, so I haven't been around either. But I think he had a bit of a break from the game. But it's nice to see him back playing because when he's in full flow, there's not many better players to watch.
Yeah, certainly does look like the Ben of old. Maybe a little bit slower around the table, but certainly as effective.
Just a touch.
Yeah, Ronan received the Special Achievement Award at the IPA Awards ceremony. Not last year, year before, 2015. Probably one of the highlights of, since I've been chairman 5 years, that was probably one of the best moments I can remember, when everyone in the room stood up, applauded, cheered when he received his award. I think it even almost brought a tear to Ronan's eye. It was, where's the white? That's his first mistake. It was a very touching moment, and great to see the players recognising his achievements.
Yeah, fully deserved as well.
You know, they weren't asked to do it; they did it on their own accord, and I think it just sort of symbolises what the IPA is trying to achieve. You know, and create the camaraderie and the family, the Blackball family type thing.
Yeah, I think it's important to have that. Even I know on the table you have your rivalry because everybody wants to win, but off it, you should be able to just stand back and then have a drink together, talk, laugh. That's how it should be. It's how I remember Paul from the older days, internationally and individually.
Yep. So you're looking forward to starting the tour then in 3 weeks today.
Yeah, 3 weeks today. Yeah, I can't wait. Really looking forward. I've never felt like this about Paul for a long time. and then it's actually made it increase as well since coming to the Worlds and seeing the setup. It's just something that it makes you want to be a part of pool again, because it's moving in the right direction. So that that's all I ever want. Something that gives you that buzz.
Who's commentating with you, Kev? Who's commentating? It's John the Man Chambers. Have you got a nickname?
Plenty. I don't think I'm going to say them though.
If you know John Chambers, give us a nickname for him.
I have had a few over the years. Nothing's really stuck there. I used to have the game on the back of my shirts years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously I thought I was better than everyone, so I just thought I'd call myself that. But I don't really like nicknames now. I know it's because I've got older.
Yeah, you've grown out of it, haven't you?
Well, sort of. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to call myself, to be honest.
The Beard.
The Beard.
The Beard.
That'll be alright, won't it? Not the best beard, though. No.
It's a 5 out of 10 beard, I think.
Oh. Right, see you, Kev.
I'm not sure what makes a 10, though. Or what makes a 1.
That's true.
So Liam's pretty much the first chance he's had since frame 1.
I think it's important now he's one set down. He needs a strong start to this set, because if Ben gets on top of him here in this set, it could be game over. But one thing with Liam is mentality. His strength mentally is unbelievable. Never knows when he's beaten. He's Scotland's #1, and all the things he's won in the past 12 months is unbelievable as well.
Yep. A lot of expectation north of the border. Who's got the best beard on tour?
I don't think it says that. I think he's saying I've got the best beard on tour. Thank you, Bradley.
There's been some shocking beards here this weekend.
Yeah, some terrible ones.
Terrible.
Awful beards.
Oh, that's careless there from Liam. Careless.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shock as well for him to miss that, because he's a quality player. He might not be as quick and as flamboyant as some, but he knows how to play this game, so that's a bit of a surprise he missed that.
And this is the thing, isn't it? That I was saying earlier, that Liam is a steady. He's not one who's running around the table, but he still plays attacking shots.
Yeah.
Which ultimately is what it's all about, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, everyone's got their own styles, and I know slow play isn't everyone's cup of tea, but each to their own. And you just have to go with it. You can't force someone to run around the table just because it suits you.
Oh, that's right. This is a world championship. It's
Yeah.
not a £10 knockout down the dog and duck.
Exactly.
Nearly. Go on, sorry, John.
No, I was going to say I'm not a big fan of slow play either. Everyone who's seen me play is, I'm practically, although I don't do a lot of running, I run around the table when I'm playing as quick as I can, get it over and done with. But it's not everyone's cup of tea. But that's what makes the game so interesting. But Liam generally plays quite attacking pool. If he's a clearance, he'll go for it just because he takes a bit longer than everyone else. It's, people just need to, unfortunately, just deal with it.
David Dugdale's got a bit of a bee in his bonnet. 30 minutes for a shot. How did he miss that? Well, David, I don't know you, but have you ever won a world championship? You got to give these guys cut these guys some slack. They're under pressure.
Yeah. It's a big thing for...
There isn't a player in the planet who's never missed an easy shot.
No.
we'll get you some score updates. Arf and Dad's taken the first set against Jeremy Hooper. That's the only set that's been completed in the other matches.
Yeah, I've just been watching some of the matches over there. They look quite close at the minute, so
yeah,
it's edgy. This format, it becomes every frame is important. Now, when you used to play long races, and I've always been a big fan of long races, but when you're 8-2 up first to 10, the 11th frame isn't really that important. Whereas this, it's important every single frame because it's only first to 4 each set.
Yep.
And I think it's really good for how we're trying to take the game forward, especially for a World Championships. Everybody's got a chance, and I find if you're winning, you probably don't like the format as much. If you're losing, and you actually like the format because you're always in it, you've always got a chance of getting back in.
Now then, here's your nickname for the year, John, that we'll get on your T-shirt. John the Chambermaid.
Not a chance. Chambermaid.
Good try, Neil Blake. Other Welsh players left in the event. Obviously, we've got Ben in front of us, and the only other one, I say the only, is Craig Marsh. Now that he's woken up from his lie-in.
Yeah, hopefully that won't affect him in this match he's playing now.
Simon's back.
I'm back.
Hello, Simon.
Morning.
How are you, mate?
That needs to run.
Tired.
That's Ben's first slack shot. And this is a thing about set play, isn't it? In the first set, Ben had 4 chances and took 4 clearances out.
Yeah.
We've started the second set, he broke, he went in off. Liam's missed an easy ball down the rail, but another mistake from Ben there, positional wise.
Is it 1-0 to Ben? Is the scoreboard saying 0-0?
Yeah.
One set.
One set up.
One set.
No, just update the scoreboard. Does it say on the screen?
Yeah, one set.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't see that. I'm craning my neck.
Yeah, this format, it's like you always feel the pressure's always on. Like Ben was flying first set, and then all he's done, he's gone in off, come back to the table, he's going for clearance, he's left one shot short, and you actually feel under pressure in the match.
Yeah, you can be 3-1 up, 3-0 up, and think if I don't take this chance, that might be my chance for the set gone.
Yeah.
That's how it feels.
Yeah. I'm getting some good nicknames through here.
Is this for all the players or just for yourself?
For me, Kev decided to ask people to give me a nickname because I don't really have one anymore.
Okay.
But my mate from back home, his nickname's Pooch.
Pooch, okay.
And he's named that for me. He wants me to be called John Pooch Chambers. So we're going to share the same nickname.
It doesn't really flow, that one, does it?
No, it doesn't. They're just being silly.
I'd at least put a "the" in. John
Yeah.
the Pooch,
Yeah,
not John
well,
Pooch.
Jordan, that's terrible, mate. You're better than that. You've embarrassed yourself.
JV's on his way.
This is a chance now that Liam needs to put away.
Did you say the first set was 4-0, 4-1?
4-1. Liam won the
4-1.
first, break dish, and then Ben break dish, Liam dry break, Ben dish, break dish.
So
Clinical.
Liam didn't really make any mistakes.
No,
So, okay.
no. He missed. No, tell a lie. He missed a double in one of the frames, and that was it. But I don't think Liam's going to be fazed by that. He knows he's still well in this match.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to crack him, that's for sure. He's a right tough nut to crack. But it's not so much.
Oh, he thought he'd made that.
Yeah, didn't quite get through that one, did he?
No. The thing is, Liam's a tough nut to crack, and he doesn't know when he's beaten. But if you give him Ben opportunities to come back from the table, he's able to clear from nowhere. He'll make something happen. So it's not all about yourself. You're also giving your opponent a bit of a G up.
Yeah.
To get back to the table. I mean, even though Liam's a firm favourite for this frame,
you just don't want to give players of Ben's ability an opportunity to do something.
He's just going to tuck in, but it's going to be a little too easy to hit. Although he has blocked the one on the right hand side at the top, which would have been a guaranteed hit. At least the one that he's going to have to hit on the top left, he might go in off. There's a chance, but
yeah, he needed to be tight in behind the yellow.
Yep.
To make it a little bit harder for Liam. I mean, this is a one cushion escape, so he should hit it regardless. I think he'll try and hit the one on the top rail as well.
Yeah, if he does hit, make contact, then you said before that he's in control of the frame, but if he hits, then he becomes a very big favourite, because it's going to be tough for Ben to do anything.
Yeah, he's going for the one on the top rail here.
Has he gone behind it? He's gone behind it.
My God. That's unlucky, that is. You know, I know you can say, well, he played it, he aimed it, but to go round the back of a red that's probably 2 inches off a cushion.
He skimmed it one way and then skimmed it the other way. Yeah.
There's a bold patch either side of the red.
Yeah.
And this is all from him missing that red.
Yep.
All of a sudden.
Still got a little bit to do here. I wonder if he's thinking of playing the plant red nearest the black onto the other red to free up that other yellow and clear the pocket. Oh, the yellow onto it. Ooh, well.
It's turned out alright bad, didn't it? It didn't look like it at one point. You see Liam's face there is... Well, to be honest, I don't know if he's happy or not, because he's always mindset on the game, so you wouldn't know if he's winning or losing, to be honest.
Yeah, he shows a very good temperament.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm on the commentary and someone wants to know how Jimmy Khan is getting on. Cheers.
Decent crowd for your match last night, I heard.
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, they're always there, aren't they, when I'm playing?
Yeah.
Wrestling, I'm a crowd puller.
Big draw.
I did try and get on the stream every opportunity, every match really, but got turned down for most of them.
That's because we know if we put you in the arena, it's going to be pulling people in. We put you on the stream, they'll stay at home to watch you.
Ah, good reply, Simon. I like that.
He also didn't meet the beard regulations.
Yeah.
Which we enforce vigorously here at IPA headquarters.
Only 8 out of 10 beards allowed. And mine's a 5 apparently, so... It's okay, Jonathan, I was joking. I'm not sure how he's getting on, to be honest, against Yannick. I'll try and find out for you.
Big shot coming up. That's not in. Ooh, no.
No.
It's never in.
You won't believe it's the same player from the first set. That's how the mindset changes, just from changing sets. All of a sudden, 1 or 2 mistakes.
You're starting again, aren't you?
Yeah. That's exactly it. He's 4-1 up, buzzing around the table, and it's as if like you are starting all over again.
Has Liam got an angle to be able to go straight into his hard ball?
I think that
No,
red
it's
goes
too
behind
thin.
it.
Oh, it goes
The
behind it
red
off the
goes
cushion.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem at all.
With these shots, it's important you just play the gap, really, from that angle, cushion and ball at the same time. It
So
should slide
you're not
in.
looking at hitting where you're going to hit the cushion first. You're just thinking hit the gap.
Hit the gap.
Yeah.
It depends how close it is to
Yeah.
it. If you sometimes you do go cushion first.
Yeah,
The one thing you don't want to do is hit the yellow first.
yeah.
You should be alright. The way he's lined it up, it makes as if it just goes past, but I think he has to go off the yellow.
Oh, well,
Went in
No.
straight.
plenty of room.
Oh, Dave's got to mention. Dave's best beard is cameraman Dave after a tour weekend.
Oh, Big Dave. He puts some shift in, he does.
Yes, if you missed it earlier, the doubles match that was due for the stream at 10 this morning.
Yes, I heard that Marshy's alarm didn't go off, but why didn't Corey Reese
No, he
get a card for his room and go and wake him up?
because he wasn't in the. He's not staying in this hotel.
So they wouldn't let him.
Well, no, Corey is, but I don't know where Corey's staying actually. But he does. Corey didn't know where Craig was staying.
Or he could always ask at
Yeah,
reception.
he was trying. No, he wasn't in this. No, Craig's not staying in this hotel. That's my point. So he didn't know which hotel he was staying in.
Oh, right, okay. That explains it then. I thought he was staying here. My mistake.
Well, I was told he wasn't, but he may be. I don't know. I mean, if
He shouldn't be.
That's a good break.
Yeah, an expensive mistake from Marsh not to turn up.
Yep.
it could just change the momentum of the match.
Yep, that's how quickly it can change. A clearance from here. And then all of a sudden, Liam's back in the game and Ben's under pressure.
He's, you'd imagine he wants reds, but where can he pop the red over the left middle?
Yeah, he can do.
Or you can use the other red if needed.
Yeah, he can do. I don't think he needs to, but it was always the safer option to do that.
Yeah. Just I suppose he just needs to be careful at this bottom right-hand corner where he goes about potting the red on the inside of the two, really.
Yeah, I think his if he's going to take the one bottom left, I think he'll slow roll it and just nudge into the red in between the other two balls,
Yeah.
and just push it over. I don't think he can go into the yellow. I think it'll throw it too wide.
Of course, if he could go into the yellow, then it could become awkward, because if he catches the wrong side of the yellow, then
Yeah.
he could just sit on the red and be awkward. So.
Yep. I think that's what he was thinking.
So you think he's just going to try and plot the one over the pocket and cannon the yellow this time?
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a look from our camera 3, you'll see that he's only got half a yellow to aim at. So
Yeah.
he's got to be careful of it, because if he just nudge the red, if he just clips the red, then he might be in a spot of trouble. But I played that well.
Played that very well.
Yep.
That's a good camera angle for that shot.
I expect Liam to get these now. Now he's had his hand on the table. Dave Kremen, would they not just lose a couple of frames instead of a DQ?
Okay, well, the rules are that you're given 5 minutes for your first frame, 9 minutes and you're 3-0 down, and 20 minutes and it's loss of match. Craig was actually given a few minutes leeway before he was put on the clock, just while people were finding out where he was, what was going on. So probably given 5 minutes before the clock was started. And once the clock was started, there's no turning back, and he was probably here within half an hour after that. So unfortunately, the decision was made.
Yep, rules are rules. I think that's a lot better than. Bless you.
Well, you can't have people waiting one frame every 10 minutes, so they're hanging around an hour and 10
That's
minutes.
how they used to do it in some tournaments a few years back.
Yeah.
Maybe like 10, 15 minutes per frame, and then you have to wait an hour to be awarded the match.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was in the era of green cloth, though, John, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
The green cloth era.
The dark old days.
Oh.
I don't think anyone remember green cloth because we didn't have colour TV then.
Craig Marsh just taking the first set against Yaz Hussain.
I think Craig will win that match.
Yeah, he should do.
I think he'll have a bit of a bee in his bonnet as well after
Yeah.
letting his teammate down and Wales down.
He's come back from 2-1 down in his first 2 round matches, so
Yeah,
he'll be keen to get it done in 3-0 or 3-1 this time.
yeah, his last one against Andy Lucas, I think it was.
Yeah, yeah. And first round he played on the stream against Jake Newlove, and was 2-1 down there as well.
Try and answer some of these questions. Are them right racks worth getting?
I think you're going to say no.
Well, I like the idea of them. I really do. I'd tweak them a little bit, but that's only my personal preference. I don't have any issues with the plastic triangles.
Yeah, I think
setting them up. But,
I think the players here are fairly split. I think half the players, maybe more than half the players, probably quite like them. Maybe like yourself, probably would want to maybe tweak them, have their own ideas on how it could be improved.
Yeah.
And then there are players that look at them and go, "I'm not sure what I meant to do with that." And get me something I'm used to.
Yeah.
And there are both in the arena, so personal preference really.
Yeah, I mean, I watched my brother use one for the first time. My word, that was an experience. He didn't look like what was going on here. But he got used to them. I like the idea of them. I just think the boarding, that you push the balls up to keep them tight, I think that should change to a metal.
Okay.
Because with the wood or that strip, when you push,
Yeah.
it then springs the balls back
Yeah.
on the bottom ones. So
Yeah, it can.
that's the only thing.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But other than that, then maybe don't squeeze as hard
Yeah.
when you're racking them up. But I don't mind them.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even about the how you're setting them up either. Sometimes the balls just won't sit on a table.
Yeah.
That happens. So
Yeah, something that you can squeeze them together too tight, and then they ping back open, and you can be there for a few minutes. But it's definitely worth taking that few minutes. Don't want to leave it loose.
Let's have a look at some of the other questions. What happened to Jason Twist and Dan Davey match? Dan Davey won last night. I think he won a decider in the 4th set to win 3-1.
Yeah, we lost. I think he's probably referring to the fact that we had a number of technical issues last night. Most of them were out of our control, but our producer was frantically sorting things out. Unfortunately, we lost power at a critical stage in the match, as Dan was on a clearance to win 4-2 in the 3rd set, and he missed that clearance, and then cleared up off. I can't remember who broke, but it was a clearance off the break in the deciding frame. So apologies for those of you that tuned in for hours to watch that match and missed the final 2 frames. But Dan did win. I think he's quite happy about the fact the power went off, because he missed a golden opportunity to win it the frame before, and made a bit of a mess of it. But managed to come back and win it in the decider.
Yep. We're getting a lot of questions today. I quite like this.
Yeah.
Question time with John Chambers.
More questions for Jimmy Carney. We still don't know the score.
There's some slow players out there, isn't there?
Yes, Kev, there is. You're a good chairman though, Kev, I'll give you that. I still won't get on the stream all the time, so I don't know why I bothered saying that. Right, any more questions? Let's have a look. What are the commentators' views on break cues?
Okay. My first thoughts are I don't want to break with my playing cue because I don't want to. I'm hitting the pack hard. I don't want to damage my playing cue. So first of all, I just want to use a different cue. As for break cues, it's trial and error really. Whatever works for you. If you try different break cues, you find one that works, then great. If you think it's just a different normal playing cue that you like to break with, then I'd go with that. Some players just like to break with their own cue, but that's not for me really. How about yourself?
Again, I use a thicker cue and a thicker tip, so I don't need a break cue.
Yeah.
Because I just think if you play with a smaller tip, smaller ferrule, smaller cue, then I understand why you use a different cue to break with. I don't see how it makes any difference at all, personally.
Yeah.
But I've never used one of these specific breaking cues. I know Jack Whelan used it. He changed to his breaking cue because he was just breaking rubbish, and then all of a sudden he started breaking well, so he just kept using it. Is that because of the cue, or was it just a different mindset?
Well, I think with anything, it's what people, in other sports, golf, for example, people change putters all the time because they think they're putting rubbish. One putter is no better than another putter. It's just if you feel you need that to, give you the confidence.
Yep.
I feel like I break better now. I've started using I've got a Jason Owen version of the break cue, but I also have spent a lot of time working on my break. So the two things have sort of gone hand in hand. Personally, I'm a fan of it, but I mean, I think with everything, it's a case of working out what works for you.
Yep. It's all personal choice.
As we're on break cues, what's the best way to break? The person who sent that in said personally likes to hit from the side in the second ball. Is it you front on and hitting it as hard as you can, John?
Yeah. Generally, but I find with this with the speed of this cloth, you can just rein it in a little bit on how hard you hit it.
Yeah.
It's more if you just time the break better.
Yeah.
Rather than just go completely mad with the break, but I generally go just to the side of the spot where I break from.
Yeah.
And just a little bit back, say an inch to the right, inch to the back.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, I think that's the key. I think a lot of people might just put it on the line and go for it. Sometimes you're too far away from it. I think you lose control. It's okay. Again, it's finding the right place for you. I have it about an inch or so back from the line as well, and I'll move the white from anywhere from almost straight to maybe a foot to the right as we're looking at the table on stream.
Yeah.
And I think the important thing for the break is don't just if you go out there and try and absolutely full power it and you miss hit it, you're worse off than if you just rein it in and time it.
Yeah.
I think if you're hitting the break great, then you can, and obviously you've got to work on the break, then you can start to really ramp up the power. But it's more important to get the contact right.
Yeah. We're being asked, who do you think will win the Open and the doubles?
Okay, well, my tip for the Open's already out. My tip for the doubles, didn't turn up this morning. So I'm not the greatest person to ask.
No, my tip for the singles before the event started was John McAllister.
Yeah.
Mainly because I looked on Coral's odds and I thought that's a really good bet for someone who's playing a lot.
Yeah.
He's won his last two events that he's played before coming here. Yeah. I know he applies himself right for each event. I think he does practice all the time. He's got a good temperament, good tournament player.
Absolutely. Definitely one of the favourites to win this, I think.
Yeah, but as the competition gets further and further in, like now, the last 16, you could flip a coin for anybody to win it because they're all capable of doing the business.
Yeah, I picked Klimt before the tournament because he's been so close for the last 3 years that just thought he was going to get over the line this year. Yeah. But obviously he lost first round, but having watched Mark Farnsworth playing yesterday, although he broke dry a couple of times at the end, his break looked bigger and stronger than it did last season, and he looked incredibly sharp. Yeah, as good as I've seen him probably since he was in Scotland, where he won both events. So I mean, obviously it's a fairly safe choice to pick the bookies' favourites, but I think he's going to take some serious beating this week. Yeah.
But it is a bit of a lottery now.
Yeah.
And for the doubles, I will go for Goobsy and Bossman for the doubles.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Good pick.
Two great players. They're good friends as well, which always helps. When you're playing, you've got to enjoy who you're playing doubles with.
Yeah. I'm going to go for the doubles match we had on before this. I'm going to pick Neil Raybone and Andy Blurton. I think that's a good combination.
Yeah. Again, there's some really good, strong pairs left in it.
Well, we've still got the defending champions, and Gaz Hibbert and Dean Shields.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be tough to beat as well.
Yeah. As we're talking about the doubles, I've just been handed the sheet which is for the next match on the stream, which will be Jordan Shepherd and Jeff Allen versus Gareth Hibbert and Dean Shields. So two of the favourites, no doubt, for the tournament. I think that's the last 16 were stage as well.
Yeah, another good match.
Be nice to see that go to a Blackball shootout and see if Sheppy's worked on his Blackball shootout potting.
Yes, the dreaded shootout.
And that was the first time I've seen a shootout where the players fluked the first pot, missed it by...
I meant to ask about the ruling on the shootout.
Yeah, it's fine.
So long as the black goes in, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can just smash it around the table and hope for the best if you want to.
Thank you. That's a bit of advice for me if I ever get one.
Meanwhile, a good finish from Ben.
Yeah, I think he needed that just to not let this set drift away from him.
Right, I'm going to have to love you and leave you, folks. I'll leave it to Kevin and Simon.
Good to have you in the box, John.
Yeah, no worries.
Cheers, part-timer. And
there's plenty of mileage left in this match yet.
Yeah. Might get back to it in a bit.
Come back for the fifth set, won't you?
Yeah. I've just got to go and entertain some fans that have travelled to see me. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, John. The ever-popular John Chambers going to meet his adoring public. Yep, Scotch doubles, yep. Yeah, Darren Norris said he wouldn't have the nerve for that shootout. You're not the only one.
No.
even the best can crumble in shootout situations.
Yeah. I don't fancy that at all. Just looking around, seems to be quite a crowd gathering around some of the other last 16 matches. Everybody left in the tournament is playing at the moment.
I'm just going to go see if they're the updates. Let me a minute.
Okay. Whilst Kev is away, well, someone's mentioned nicknames. If anyone wants to send some in, give some suggestions, and fire them in. Liam won't be overly happy with that. He was trying to nudge the red and yellow and just knock the red up the rail, up towards the pocket, but slid off it a little bit, and he hasn't left himself anything. He may have a double to go up. Really good shot from Liam, and giving himself a good opportunity here to get himself to 3-1. The two reds at the top are not too much of a problem. If you can play the one he's nearest now to top left and sort of get into the gap between the two, you'll have those two. It's just the red that's probably causing not a problem, we're just trying to work out, it's probably the red and yellow together. He could play on it into the corner, of course, or he could play on it into the left middle. It's just a case of when he gets on that one, he needs to be fairly precise, just because to make sure he can get out for his final red. And of course, the black only goes to the long pockets, the yellow's in the way for that obvious middle pocket. So, sort of back end of this finish is tricky. It's on, but it's tricky.
They're just updating the scores now. Ian Ali, 3-0 victor already over Jimmy Croxton.
Who was that? Ian Ali?
Yep.
That's a quick fire win, and this not a surprising result, although Jimmy would have been favourite, but a surprising scoreline.
Mark Farnsworth won the first set 4-0 against John McAllister, and he's up, I think it was 2-1 in the second set.
I think Mark's going to take some serious beating, I really do. I mentioned it a minute ago, I just think he's looking very sharp. That red was slightly further away from the yellow than I thought it was a few shots ago, so he got really good position on it and played that well. He's going to play for the black to the top right.
Who was sneezing? Was it Dave?
Yeah.
Are you alright? Oh no. It's not man flu, is it?
Disappointing miss by Liam. Be really frustrated with that. So quite a big visit here from Ben. Not a not the simplest little finish. It's they're all there, but needs to be worked out well. I think the yellow at the top does go past the black to the top right. But if not, it does go to the top left, but not easy unless he gets on it very nicely. Liam showing his first sort of that I've noticed looking a little frustrated in the chair. Very disappointing miss for him. That's a very good shot from Ben. Just he could have played on the yellow, but doesn't need to. He had the angle to move it out, so makes it all that little bit easier. So Liam's hope here will be the yellow on the top rail, and that Ben won't get good position on it. Probably wanted another 2-3 inches on that, but it's not a problem. You can see from camera 3 that he's got an angle where he's not going to be getting close to the next yellow, so it's going to be playing the next yellow from the bottom half of the table. But as long as he gets the right angle, it's not a problem. Played that with quite a lot of check side just to hold the white, and it looks like he's finished absolutely perfect.
Yeah, just needs to make sure he leaves the right angle on this on the yellow that he's looking at now.
Yeah, the last thing he wants to do is go too far.
Yeah, he can be short, but not too far.
Of course, if the yellow goes past the black to the top right, then he can be straight, but he probably wants to be an inch short of straight. Like that. That looks perfect. Oh, he doesn't. Maybe it's a fraction too far. May have just gone a fraction further than he wanted. Just going by body language. It's, he wanted just to roll it in, and he may need to just punch this in a little bit. If he's got the, if he doesn't like the angle, is there mileage in just topping through because he would cannon the yellow, just at a nice pace?
Just punching. No.
Oh, he was.
I don't know what the problem was there.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be going closer to the yellow than that.
There it goes. Andrew Mackay is asking, new professional this year, Andrew Mackay, is there a source for embroidered? Can we have it in English, please? Come on, Andrew. If you want the IPA logo for so that you can get one made for your polo top, if you go to the IPA website and click on, tell you in a second.
Yeah,
it's under the rules and regulations bit under About Us. So if you click on there, all the logos are at the bottom of that page.
Yeah, pick your favourite colour and get it to the printers. And yeah. That's a big break.
He's going to like them.
Yeah. My first thoughts was he's going to take yellows here, but the yellow at the top of the table probably doesn't go to the top right, and reds will go. Which way are you going, Kev?
Well, I think yellows. Yeah, I mean, the one at the top, you can put into the corner and just bring the white across. Really don't see too much of an issue there, but
yeah, so taking yellows, you take the 3 at the bottom, and then it's just making sure you get a good angle on the one to the top left to be able to get across to the awkward yellow.
Yeah.
Or would you want to be going after it sort of straight away?
No, I think he can take these 3 out. One over the bag, and then the one right corner, then the one just nearest the black into this one that he's potting this yellow in now. Get the right angle. Alright, okay.
I think that's shows his mindset and his confidence at the moment.
Yep.
That he was throwing it through that gap.
And he's played that absolutely pinpoint.
Absolutely perfectly, yeah. I thought he'd drop it in, take the bottom of those yellows, and then play on the one he's playing now to go up the table. But now he's got perfect position. It's a slightly easier way around. It shows the confidence he's got.
He'd like to be up somewhere near where that red is. Okay, well, he can come behind it or screw across. Depends how he feels.
Yeah, just as long as he's not too hampered. It looks like it's far enough away that he shouldn't have too much of a problem.
I was thinking he might just aim for the red that is the 3rd one down on the right hand side. If he had the white somewhere there, he could just put the one into the top left corner and bring the white back across for the yellow into the same bag.
Yeah.
But I think he's tried to get left hand side of the table so he can just get behind that yellow or across. I think he'd probably go, but it's just.
Oh, again, I think that shows the confidence he's got.
Yeah.
He didn't play. He played that at a pace that if he misses the cannon or gets the cannon wrong, he could finish awkward or nowhere. But he confidence to just pick that cannon out full ball. It's really good signs here from Ben.
Is he too straight? I'm not sure he's run that through enough.
Well, he's looking at the angle for the black to the. He's just walked around the table. I think he's got enough on this. I think he would like a little bit more angle. I think he's okay.
Another clinical finish.
Yeah. All set up with a very big break. I'm sure that was a break finish. You broke that. I don't know, but I know you broke that frame. Yeah. I don't know if you've gone out of sync, but I know you definitely broke that frame.
Well, Liam won the lag because Liam broke first set.
So it should be his break.
So second set, yeah, so it's Liam's break. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Is that a sign of where Liam's thinking is at the moment? That he's a little bit confused as to the break? I think
he's going to be extremely frustrated, I think.
He was 2-1 up, missed a... it wasn't an easy black, but a black he will be very disappointed not to make to go 3-1. And next time he touches the table, he's 3-2 down.
Yeah, but as we know in set format, he's just going to tell himself he's still well in this match. Where's the black? Oh, it's just got a little tickle in.
That was a big break from Liam as well. So, although if the black had stayed on the pocket, it may have made the whole thing tricky. He'll still be a little bit annoyed and frustrated.
Certainly shows that it's not about size and of the person to have a big break. Just about the timing. I mean, Liam's he's just a little lad, isn't he?
Yeah, but certainly can give it a crunch. Yeah, timing's the key. Mark Farnsworth's now 2-0 up in sets, it says on the stream, on the chat. 4-1, 4-0, 4-1. So continuing his form of yesterday. As is often the way, after potting the black off a break, your next break's dry.
That always happens to me, that.
Yeah.
Always.
That's always happens to all pool players, apparently. Not sure I believe it, but it's certainly frustrating when it happens. You know you've hit a good break first time round. For the black to fly in, you know you've had to have hit quite a big break to get it moving like that. So it's frustrating for Liam, just to add to his frustration. It's a pretty good split here for Ben. He could go either way. I'm looking at it probably favouring, I don't know, it's probably a 50-50 call, which way he sees it. Which way are you seeing it, Kev?
I'm seeing reds.
You're seeing reds. Yeah, my first thought was yellows. But he doesn't have an opening yellow. Well, he does. He does have an opening yellow. But yeah, it's the red. The reason I'm saying that is it's the red. If the red sort of nearest the triangle area goes to the bottom right, then I'm seeing reds. I think if it doesn't, then just needs to sort that out. Yellows, the two yellows at the top, just need to be good positional play to get on those two. So everything's open. It's just which way he wants to go. Yeah, so that red I talked about, he tried to move with that shot, and it's come out horribly. If we have a quick look at camera 3 and pan round, we can see that that's it. We can see. I don't know whether he can pop that to the middle yet. He can't see the red over the middle, so it's going back to the normal camera. We're. I think he's totaled. He's got Liam to have a look. Young eyes. I was playing Liam in the Scottish Open this year, and I called a total, and he walked to the table, had a look, and laughed, and said, "You can see that ball caught a ball," and I. I wasn't sure. I got the referee over and I sure could see it caught a ball. I think I need to get to the opticians. I actually did it twice in the match. He just found it funny.
You're consistent.
Yeah.
Van Dad and Jeremy Hooper, 1 set all, and 1 set up to the evergreen Ronan McCarthy.
Yeah.
Against a very informed Simon Fitzsimons.
Surprising miss. Wasn't that easy, but sort of given Ben another good chance for this set. Someone's asked about the scores. Yeah, qscore.com or IPA pool. Follow the link to live scoring. It will take you through to QScore. And you can check out all the scores for all of the tournaments here this week.
Just as you say that, Craig Marsh takes a 2-0 lead against Yaz Hussain. So him and Mark Farnsworth look to be on a collision course for a quarter-final meeting.
What a draw Mark has had for this tournament. If he goes on to win against John and Craig goes on to win against Yaz.
Neil Raybone's taking the first set against Dan Davey. Does that red go in off the other red, or is he leaving that till last to leave the black into the right corner? Could be his last ball.
Yeah, he's playing your shot, so he just doesn't want that red. He's playing it off to go too safe. And that looks okay. Both reds at the top of the table still go to the top left, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So, one good positional shot. He's obviously not got the angle he wanted. It looks on our screens to be absolutely perfect just to play this on and off the cushion, but maybe it's a fraction thinner than it looks, and he's a little bit worried about losing the white. He's certainly showing the mannerisms of someone that needs to give this an extra second's thought and a bit of care. It was a little bit thinner than it looked, and but he's controlled that reasonably well. So this black for a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it's impressive stuff. It's impressive stuff. If you're making no mistakes, you're going to be very hard to beat.
Yeah. Yeah, it was almost as I joined you, it was Ben made a couple of mistakes in that one frame at the start of the set. Since then, he's back to, as you were saying, he was playing in the first set. Very clinical. Ben's just popped out the arena to get himself a glass of water, so bear with us, he'll be back in a minute. Sort of resetting himself for set 3. It's maybe 2-1. This match, as I was just saying, Liam may be 2-0 down, but this match is a long way from over. Ben's still got to win another set. In Liam's mind, he just needs to win the next race to 4, which he's more than capable of doing, and then going from there. So long way to go potentially. A really good break from Liam. Pretty good split. Just got that one. He's going to be looking at yellows, but he's got that one problem on the bottom left of the table. But I wonder if they're a straight plant now, in which case he could play the yellow onto them to make that. Looks on the camera though it's set to the jaw, but may be able to be made and squeezed across. Doesn't look like he's going to play the yellow onto the red-yellow, so it probably doesn't go. Looking for an angle on this yellow now. We can go to camera 3 and just pan to the left a little bit. We can see that he's got an angle, a perfect angle to cannon into those two. It's worked out really well for him. Not sure, I think he was probably trying to cannon it, trying to punch it through to force the angle a little bit wider to catch the red full, to knock the yellow towards the corner pocket, but it's actually worked out really well for him. Not sure he played it this way, he may have done, but either way it's worked out. So now it's all there sitting for him. Just needs to mind his work now. It's a good shot from Liam. A little bit annoyed with himself. He's left too much angle. He wanted to be just dead straight on this, or just off straight, to be able to drop the yellow in and just leave himself straight on the black, but looks like he's got too much angle and he's sort of looking for a different way of doing it. He probably can't quite hold. Another mistake from Liam that's going to frustrate him even further. He's it's just going against him at the moment. From 3 balls left, he would have expected no problems, and just left himself slightly awkward and wasn't able to recover the situation. I think there was a question come in about is the table rolling off to the left? I haven't noticed any roll-offs or seen any complaints from the players. The table was tested last night by Alan from 8 Ball Direct, so should be playing perfectly. I haven't noticed many complaints from the players all week, to be honest. There's not seen too many roll-offs or anyone mentioning them all week. Just be interesting to see when which ball Ben leaves till last. Well, when he goes down for the one on the bottom rail, I doubt he wants to leave that one to play onto the black off. So he could do, but Yeah, just interested to see which way he goes about this. Okay, Ian, I see your point. Something I'll watch out for. Have a look, see what happens. Having played on the tables plenty this week, I haven't really noticed what you're saying, but maybe it is happening. I don't know. I need to let's have a look. Meanwhile, it's a good shot from Ben. It was only a minor stumbling block, but it was a pass the test with flying colours. Nick suggests that the white always wonders when playing on a speed cloth. Well, we're not playing on a speed cloth, so I'm not sure that is too relevant. But I'm certainly going to keep an eye on it for the next few frames and see if I notice anything. Dominic's just jumped into the commentary box. You're going to join me for a few frames.
How you doing, Simon?
Morning, yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Good, thanks.
I saw you were playing doubles this morning. Any joy?
Unfortunately not. We lost 7-3. They had 5 8-ballers in the match.
Okay.
3 off their breaks, 2 off our dry breaks, and the match just ran away.
Yeah.
So yeah, we sat in our chair for a little bit. Yeah, from 2 each, it went 5-2, and yeah, it was one of those matches.
Yeah, that happens.
I think we played one sort of half poor position shot in the match, and we lost 7-3, and that was it.
Yeah, can be a tough game sometimes.
Yeah, at this level, short races, and they played very well. So how's this match going then? 2 sets
well,
to them.
yeah, Ben's just being very clinical. He's just Liam's missed since I joined it at 1-0, and yeah, Liam's not really been his normal self. Had some chances he's sort of thrown away. Missed a bad black to go 3-1 up, in the second set, and sort of Ben sort of punished that by coming back to win the set 4-2. So Liam's not quite at his best, and Ben's very clinical.
Yeah, Ben looks very focused, doesn't he? Looks like he's in the zone there. It's another big break as well there.
No, Nick, it's not a speed cloth. It doesn't have a nap, but it's not what you'd know as a speed cloth or regarded as a speed cloth. It is a hybrid cloth. I don't really understand the technicalities of it, but yeah, it certainly would never be described as a speed cloth. Yeah. Somebody's asking what's the score with Jeremy. You've been overwatching that?
Yep, last time I looked, he lost the first set 4-1, and then he won the next set 4-0, and he was 1 frame up. So he had a nice little 5-frame spell there, so it was 1 set apiece, and he is 1 frame up. He lost the first set 4-1 and asked me nicely if I could get him a pint of Beck's, and I went back about 45 minutes later and he was 1 set each, smiling. But
yeah, I
said to him this morning, I thought that could go all the way, him and Alf. I know them both really well.
Yeah.
I know Alf run through the 9-ball scene. He's a good friend. They're both good friends of mine, so I haven't really watched much. I feel a bit awkward. I said, Jeremy, I'm just going to step away and let him play pool. He's playing really well at the moment, Jeremy. He's just playing really solid pool.
Yeah, he's absolutely flying, isn't he? He's taken out a couple of big scalps, and sort of came here with no real form because he hasn't been playing, so didn't really know what to expect.
Just a lot of experience, Joe. Like I said, he's played a little bit over the last couple of weeks, but he doesn't expect too much from himself. But he knows if he can play a good. He said to me he's been playing his like solid B+ game. He's good enough to give everyone a good match, especially in this format.
Absolutely.
He believes he can beat anyone in the best of 7, and he's played very well. So I think he's got a good chance against Arthur, and that could go very close. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes two set speeds or White's close.
Yeah, Ben will be disappointed with that. He's got left himself a problem at the top of the table, and nothing overly close to it to solve that problem. So.
No.
He's got Liam where he wants him, really. The last thing he wants to do is sort of give him a lifeline.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, the same thing. Like saying, when you're on top of that, you really want to keep him there. You don't want to give him any chance at all of coming back into the match, because Ben knows Liam's never going to give up. He's one of these players.
Yeah, and it's amazing how the momentum can change in set play. Only needs
and very quickly.
Liam only needs to have a couple of good frames now at this point. Ben to make a mistake and Liam to pounce, and all of a sudden he can see the winning line of this set, and that's all he really will be focusing on at this stage. Needs that to pull up.
Yeah.
He's left himself with no real angle to be able to do anything on that last yellow, or the top yellow, I should say. He can't get near it on this shot.
How you doing, David Dunham, at home? This set format, I think, is very good. It's great to watch. It's also great to play in. Obviously, it's very similar to the darts of the set play. I think it's going the way forward. I think that other tournaments are going to start using it as well. So I've really enjoyed playing it. Also, won my first two round matches. And then obviously lost one, but in set play, like saying, there's crucial little moments, especially when you're obviously 3-0 in a set. That frame is absolutely massive, as I found out.
Yeah.
Then that one frame sometimes in a set, especially when you're either one set in front or one set behind, and you're potentially one frame go. If you go 2 sets in front, you're going to be a very strong favourite. And if it goes one each, sometimes you can go slightly underdog because the mindset is it's a strange.
Absolutely.
It's really strange because you're so close to going 2 sets in front, where the opponent's obviously got to win at least 12 frames from there and win 3 sets. So it's an interesting format. It's one I enjoy playing. I think, like saying, it definitely does cause a few upsets.
Yeah, we've seen some fantastic matches so far. I think this format just creates excitement and pressure frames, and it's definitely entertaining to watch.
Needs that to keep going. Oh, I thought that wasn't going to go as far as that then. That kept running.
Looks, he's got a shot of it.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but he would have just taken a shot, which he's got. Just that we were having a conversation regarding the cloth, just finishing off a conversation with Nick. That, take your point, Nick, that if it doesn't have the nap, that perhaps it can waver, like you would have seen on speed cloths. But I've noticed it at another event where they were using this cloth. We've had a few smaller events where we've used it, but I haven't noticed it at all this week. And I think it was just the way the cloth was put on. The event I went to wasn't quite right, so it'd be an interesting one to see how it if that's happening. And it's not something I've noticed, and I've played quite a few matches now, but certainly keep an eye on. It's, I think we're all learning and excited and interested to see how these cloths wear and how they work and moving forward.
It's a good shot. Oh, he just rounded it for me.
I think he thought that somebody in the crowd who was right behind that shot said good shot, which when you're a player is even more frustrating.
Yeah, it is frustrating.
Ben would have known that was close and can't see down the line, and all of a sudden someone says good shot and he's thinking about the black. He hasn't. He didn't actually get on the black, so it's probably not the end of the world.
Liam's in control now. I can just play one good snooker. Ben's got to try and attempt to get out of it. Regarding back to the cloth, obviously this is the first time I've played on this is it the 861, is it?
Yeah, I think it's 861.
Yeah, I've played obviously a lot of 9-ball. I've got a powder blue Simon cloth, and I actually got American pool table at home. It's actually stored away at the moment. So obviously I like the Simon glass, and I think that is the way forward. Obviously they play so well. It's the first time I've played 8-ball, and obviously they break very well. And I think it does make the game even more attacking and even better to watch.
Yeah, I think you can do more with it, and yeah, I think you're right. I think as the players get more and more used to it, this is in for the season and beyond now. So as the players get used to it, I think there's going to be we're going to be seeing some.
I definitely think it encourages more attacking pool, because the breaks I've seen, I think if they want to move the game forward and make it look attacking, it is, because they do break so nice, and even moving the cue ball around, you literally haven't got to do nothing with it. It's just so nice to play on. Like I've only been here for the week, and I already prefer it. If I had a choice to play pool on this or a nap cloth, and I've been playing on nap cloth for 20 years, I would, and I like playing on nap cloth, but I would prefer to play on these.
Yeah, I've kind of quite quickly got that feeling. I played on for some World Series events last year. I played on some this cloth, and very quickly really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's good to get your thoughts on that.
As well as it does play really, really well. I think it looks really good.
Yeah,
I think it's very modern. If we want to push the game forward, I think it looks great.
I think that was the starting point for the wanting to change, was making something that looked more modern and had a fresher look. But that's no good if it plays badly. And I think we've got many advantages with this.
Yeah, I think it's obviously the number one thing. It has to play great, and from my experience, it plays really, really well. And it's a bonus, obviously, that's in it. It does look great.
Yeah,
it looks great, especially for people that haven't watched much pool before, and you're trying to get new viewers to the game. It doesn't look like a little baby sort of snooker table. It's very modernised. Like saying, this setup here just looks amazing. It really does. People watching this for the first time, I think, will be very impressed.
Chris has come in and said, why didn't he play the skill shot there? I think there's more value in playing the snooker. The skill shot, with them being quite close, is tricky. That yellow isn't hanging right on the lip, although it is in the middle of the pocket. So it would be regarded as a pretty tough skill shot, and if he went for the skill shot and missed, he's just giving the frame away. Whereas he's put Ben in a snooker that's going to be very tricky to get out of. We've had to call a referee in because Ben's probably going to be playing this with a fair amount of pace, or even if he's not, it's going to be so close to hitting yellow and red together.
It's a good idea to call the referee. It's only quite close together, especially if he plays it at pace.
He's either going to smash this, or he's going to just try and die onto it. He's going to try and die onto it.
That's what I thought. Oh, it's a foul. Liam's got a great chance here.
And Chris now asks how Yes is getting on. I think he's just lost to Craig.
It's Craig.
Craig Marsh.
That Craig through the last 16. Quarters now. That Craig through to the quarters, yeah?
That's Craig through to the quarters, where he plays the winner of Mark Farnsworth and John McAllister. And Mark Farnsworth is 2-0 up.
Yeah. I think John was trying to make a comeback there, and that'd be an interesting game in the quarters.
Yeah.
I've got a cheeky little bet on Craig, so...
Yeah.
from the start as well, so he could make my Sunday quite a good
I think that's a fair chance that that would end up being a stream game. So
yeah.
And that will be... I don't know what time their session is, but I'm sure it's later on today, sometime this evening, maybe this afternoon.
That will be a great game to watch. Liam's mind is working. Pull the frame back.
I don't. Keith's asked about Jimmy Carney. I don't know the Jimmy Carney score. I haven't got the live scores being updated in front of me at the moment. Kev's walked off with the screen, so I can't bring you that right now. So 1-1 in a set that Liam needs to win.
Yeah. Next couple frames are massive here, like saying Liam. So we all know Liam's not going to give up here. He knows if he can, even if he wins this set 4-3, he'll be over the moon thinking he's back in the match.
Yeah, absolutely. He's all he needs to concentrate on is this race to 4.
Yeah.
And don't worry about the situation of the match.
No, I think saying Ben knows as well. Thinking he'll want to finish the job now. He's just thinking like, just wants 3 more frames in a set to go 3. He won't want it to go 2-1 because, like saying, the set play, saying the momentum can change around so quickly.
Yeah.
Davies, O'Neill and Porter. Bushnell and Davies, O'Neill and Porter, table number 10.
David was asking me what do I prefer, WOorlds or Blackball rules. I've only been playing Blackball about 3 or 4 weeks, and most of that's playing against the Ghost because obviously on places practice on my own, and I do prefer Blackball rules.
Yeah.
2 main reasons. I've been watching Blackball rules for about 12 months now on the IPA stuff. I think I've watched literally hours and hours and hours of IPA stuff and stuff here to learn the rules and to see how people play them. 2 main reasons I prefer them. I've been playing my rules whenever they come out about 20 years ago. Is the 2 shots don't carry, or 3 rules, 2 shots don't carry, but also taking the DF out of the game. I just think it's a lot better to watch in my opinion.
Yeah.
And this is coming from someone who players know me back home. I play the DF in local leagues and tournaments so much because it wins me so many frames, but I still don't like doing it or agree with it, even though I play it so much.
Yeah.
And also the skill shot. I just been practicing for about 3 weeks, and I just think, especially my American pool background with sort of like, you know, cannonballs in and skill shots and more attacking side of it, I think Blackball definitely makes more sense and is the way forward for 8-ball pool.
Yeah.
And this is something come from that's played World Rules for so many years and plays the rules to my strengths as well. Some people argue I'm going to be better at World Rules, but I think I can adapt my game and enjoy playing Blackball and eventually get to that level at Blackball as well. So that's my opinion on that.
I think good players can adapt to either rule set. I think I have no issues with World Rules. I don't have any desire to play them. I don't have any issues with people that prefer playing them. It's my opinion is very simple and quick. Is that Blackball are more entertaining to watch and therefore more marketable.
I literally just agree with everything you said. Obviously, where I live in Cornwall, everyone plays World Rules, so I'm going to end up playing mainly World Rules. But if people ask me that question in conversation in the pub, what do you prefer to play or watch? I would say Blackball for those 3 reasons.
Yeah.
For those small, just a couple rule changes, but even playing up with the dynamics of the game changes.
Yeah.
Just changes massively, and especially let's say if you're trying to market the game of 8-ball and trying to push it forward with the skill shots and stuff like that, and the 2 shots don't carry. That's just it makes more sense. The rules to me make more sense.
Yep, completely agree. So this is important visit for Liam.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think he didn't catch the break as he wanted. He slid off the side a little bit, but he's actually got a pretty reasonable split. He's just that little yellow just above the black. He just needs to probably nudge out somehow. I don't think it goes without. Oh, it does. If we flick the camera 3, you can see clearly that it goes to the middle. So he doesn't have any problems at all.
All the balls go here. It's literally just mindless working. Especially on leaving himself on at least sort of 1 shot or
The black may not go to the bottom left. I don't know, but the black's not really a problem at this stage. it needs to be nudged, that's a fairly simple task.
If he can leave that, he might be obviously looking to get rid of that ball down the rail. And now he's on it now.
Yeah, I think he may...
It all depends where that black is. I'm trying to see the side of the camera angle. If that's
what do you think? If he takes the yellow to the middle now, the one down the rail, and obviously the obvious one off the one down the rail is going to be the red, the yellow below the red.
Yeah.
Play it with an angle that he's just going to nudge into the red gently. Cannon the red and yellow just a fraction. Stay on the other yellow just to open up those two just a fraction more.
Yeah.
Just in case
that is definitely an option.
Yeah.
If all the balls go, and he doesn't need to stir, but I don't think he'd be looking for that. But
yeah.
it just depends. I personally, when I'm playing, if the balls go, I would try and land them if possible. But sometimes, like saying, if there's an angle, if there's a shot on where it's quite easy to nudge into them, I definitely will play it. It all depends on the percentage of the shot, but.
Yeah, if he leaves the right angle, it's a good chance he's just going to naturally nudge into it, guaranteed to leave the angle.
Yeah. Does he come quite straight?
I think he's straight on it. So
yeah.
My only worry is if he's straight is he can't get the yellow to the middle. He wants to be straight on the second. You
can see the angle. He's just coming a little bit high on that. So
yeah, he's too high. Yeah, he wants to be straight on the yellow to the bottom right after this, or straight on the yellow to the middle. He's just got a bit of work here. This needs to be quite precise. Does he think he can hold if he just drops this in? Do you think
looking at that yellow might go in
the same pocket as the one he's about to play? Or do you think it might go in the centre now?
It looks like it goes in the centre, yeah.
If it goes into the right centre now. Oh, okay, that makes things a lot easier.
He's going to fly through. Yeah, that's well played. In the end, it was like the perfect angle to play.
Yeah.
That. He literally just had to concentrate on the part.
Yeah, so he probably did have it as he wanted. So, yeah, probably played that pinpoint. Didn't see the yellow as going in that middle pocket.
No, yeah, so the shot before left it literally is perfect, so he'd be really happy with that. The previous shot before. Because that shot there was a natural angle to do that. So, yeah, Liam's still hanging in there. Just this yellow. So, this black. He's still in this match. It's 2-1 to Liam.
Yeah, puts him ahead in this set, and if he was feeling any frustration from the previous couple of sets, he's on the front foot in this set, and he needs to, all he'll be focusing on is winning this set. I said that a couple of times already, and not worry about the situation of the match. I think set format allows for comebacks. It allows you to be 2-0 down and have the ability to come back and win. We've seen it a few times this week.
No, yeah, you do. That's what I mean. That's why. I've never seen the format in pool before, but it is brilliant. It really is to play in and to watch. Like you're saying, it makes it very entertaining, which is what it's all about, really.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some scores up now. We haven't got the chat up. We've got the scores up, so we can bring you those. We've got Ronan McCarthy still only one. So not many updates actually, but Ronan McCarthy 1-0 versus Simon Fitzsimons. Jeremy Hooper 1-1 against Arfan Dad. Neil Robone 1-0 against Dan Davey. Yannick Beaufils has taken the first set and 1-0 up against Jimmy Carney. And as we said earlier, Ian Alley has beaten Jimmy Croxton 3-0. Craig Marsh has beaten Yaz Hussein 3-0. And Mark Farnsworth 2-0 up on John McAllister.
Ian Alley looks like he's playing very well as well, so through to the quarters. So Neil's 1-0 up as well.
It's a huge break from Ben.
That is a big break.
Huge break.
Both sets are nice, to be fair.
Yeah. Yellows, if he takes the yellow to the top right now, you can slide across to the left. Yeah, because that's the only real awkward yellow is the one that he's
that's
nearest.
That's probably what I'd be last thinking. I looked at if he slide across all that first shot, if he can get himself anywhere on trying to work out.
Yeah, if he can get the yellow in the middle of the table, at the top of the table, to the top right, to the middle right after this shot, then everything's fairly routine.
Yeah, it's all about just keeping his Good cue ball from them.
Yeah, and it's just a natural angle. Just make the pot and you slide across the table. So in terms of matchups for the next round, we're on a crash course between Craig Marsh is waiting for the winner of Mark Farnsworth and John McAllister. Should it be Mark, that's either or really, but Mark's looking favourite for that at the moment. Ian Alley's waiting for the winner of this match. Yannick Beaufils and Jimmy Carney will play the winner of Neil Raybone and Dan Davey. And Jeremy Hooper, Arfan Dad will play the winner of Simon Fitzsimons and Ronan McCarthy.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Certainly brought 40s and 2s. Clear those two yellows and like. There's a few ways you can go about it. I can't really set angle. He could even just roll that yellow in, and obviously even that yellow closest to that red in the middle is not tricky, but that's the more.
Yeah, it looks like he's probably got more angle on the yellow to the middle, the obvious yellow he would play now, than he probably wants. So it looks why he's looking to take the longer one.
Yeah.
And then stun across for the one you just said, nearest the red on the left-hand rail. No, he's come back, and now he'll maybe play on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can get rid of that. It's difficult when there's a few different options. We were just trying to work out which one's the best one. Yeah, he should be getting rid of that ball now, maybe.
Just needs a couple of good positional shots. There's a bit of margin on these, but needs that to travel a little bit.
Yeah. I was thinking, you didn't want that. I was thinking then, don't under it because you've got that angle there.
Yeah,
if you over it, you could still come across, use the cushion a bit more for that last one.
Depends how we want. It depends how much angle he's got. Whether he wants to play this with some side and try and get down below the red. That red actually near the sort of triangle area is a little bit of a problem from here. A little bit of a problem from here.
That was the problem in that shot.
Yeah, the previous shot he was a couple of 3 inches short. If he finishes almost straight on that one, he doesn't really have a problem. Now he has.
Looks like a total snooker as well. Can he come? It looks like he can come across. If he can come across and see that, you just want to play it quite positively because you could. If he catches the cushion nicely, you could easily pop that and still come out for this.
Yeah.
So this still could come off. You just got.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance he could still make this. I think he's.
It looks like you've got playing it 2 cushions. They're just slightly catching the cushion before. That's it. You want to play it nice and confidently. No,
Didn't use the cushion before. I think he probably was playing the cushion before, but just got it full.
Yeah. I thought it was close to rail than that. I thought if he caught it full, it would have just hit the cushion. I didn't.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell from here.
Yeah, but
he's left himself a shot.
Yeah, which is all he would have wanted. And he's playing with confidence, but
especially with good cues like Ben, he's probably still quite happy. He's just left himself a shot. He needs, if he just cues nicely through this, take it 2 each.
Yeah, he's just gone and brushed his cue down and composing himself. He knows this is a big shot in the match.
Yeah, it is a very big shot.
That
lovely. It's a great flag. That is a very good shot. Just under that pressure. Now 2-2. Ben will be feeling still very confident. He just knows 2 more frames. They'll put him through to the quarter final.
Yeah, but he also knows that
Liam's not going anywhere.
Liam's not going away.
No. He doesn't show any emotion, does he, Liam? I've watched him play a few times before.
Yeah. very controlled.
Yeah, no, I do like that, to be honest. Like I said, I try my best to be like that. I think it's always very good if you just don't show off emotion. You know, I play against players that get frustrated or they make mistakes and then they bash and cues. That's definitely not my way. I try my best to
I completely
be
agree.
more like Liam. I just focus, and I win and lose that way as well. So I win that way, I lose that way, and I try and stay.
Yeah, I try my best to do the same, but I quite often say that inside I don't feel like that, but outwardly, I try and hide it. But although that doesn't always work because I can lose it.
No, I've got friends. It depends on your personality as well, I think, because some people, they say, don't they? Say even some top players say they're better when they get their frustrated. Now they feel better from there onwards. Everyone's different at the end of the day regarding how they do that. Liam needs a nice break here. He needs to get a ball off the break desperately, really.
Yeah, realistically, if he breaks dry, he could be his last shot.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing he did not want.
Yeah, a bit of a disaster.
So obviously, the problem corner at the moment is obviously, or the problem ball was the black for either set, so he's got a little bit of work to do here.
He could.
He's got a couple options because he's looking to tap that corner. He could.
I like reds, but take the red on the rail above the middle pocket.
Yep.
Down to the bottom left. Clear that pocket.
That's a very
with
good
that
shot. Yeah, I was just lining up two every different options. That was one I just looked at. Because obviously it's two shots, but the first space is the free shot, so it's so important at this level. You've got to be very clever and play that. Well, basically one good shot here from Ben, and he can win the frame here. So if he can basically clear that tricky red you're talking about and nudge that yellow out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. My first thought was he needs to get rid of that yellow. So does he just play the black onto the yellow and hope and it should plant in, and then he could go either way really. Yellows, you can make a case.
That's
for
why
both.
that's why I think that is the best shot, because you're not just giving yourself one set.
Yeah.
You're open up for two sets, which I've been watching some of the top players do that as well. They don't just.
Because if he just plays black onto yellow to pop the yellow, he's still going to have a problem with that red. And yellows, I think reds are probably marginally better than. So it'd be interesting to see. It looks like he is gearing up for the shot I talked about, which fills me with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, well,
that's the second time this week I've called a shot right.
Well done, Simon.
That's come out as good as he could have hoped for. That's come out lovely.
Nicely,
the yellow's gone safe. The red's wobbled. He wasn't really worried whether he made it or not. Probably preferred if he did, but it's come out to the side, so it's not really a problem.
He'll be just looking to go reds. Obviously, if he can just get. If he can, looks like he can just hold that up. So get rid of these two reds here and just start to just control the white down the bottom end and just keep it simple. And leave yourself at times on more than one red.
Yeah.
Just want to keep it nice and simple. Put the white cube in nice areas where you're always on the shot and he will clear these balls. It's only near the end of the clearance where problems sometimes can arrive. But I'm very confident Ben will clear these.
Yeah, he's been very, very clinical so far in this match.
Looks like he's cueing very well as well. There is a lot of pressure out there, which some people don't understand that sometimes things go wrong and they're like, how did you miss that or play that a little bit, poorly? Next couple, these are massive frames that he's potentially could be in the quarterfinals of the World Championships here. So he's just got to. He's nicely on that, because he can take that to the top as well.
Yeah. He'd like I think both reds at the sort of bottom of the table go to the top to the bottom right, I think, which probably helps the situation a little bit. The one sort of at the bottom of the table in the middle, it's not a problem, but he just needs to get on it nicely.
Yeah, so he's having a good think. He's just making sure he goes about his business well here.
see out the corner of my eye that Mark Farnsworth has won, so it will be Craig Marsh and Mark Farnsworth in the quarterfinals.
It's going to be tasty.
Yeah.
Giving that a good think. Sometimes when you've got an easy pattern, but the balls are quite close because you just got to keep the white and tight areas there. So
yeah,
he's just like saying in the big, but he just wants to keep. That's why he's taking his time. He knows it's a massive clearance here.
Yeah, and it's important. You know, sometimes you think, oh, there it'll go. You've got to have a clear mind of how you want to clear them, so you don't end up with the problem.
That's a very good shot. That's what I was thinking, because that ball in there, you want to, so now that just opens it right up.
Yeah. So this bottom one does pass. The left hand one of the two at the bottom does pass.
He's got a nice angle as well. I always think it's always nice to have angles that leaves you options. If you just, it looks like it's a natural angle actually. If you just
yeah, it looks like he's just going to bump this white, so it's going to be in between the other two reds, and they should be straight.
That still looks good though.
Yeah, you can just. Imagine he'll take the one to the bottom right now.
Yeah, because of the angle.
Yeah,
the
one's left. Yeah, and
he'll just be looking, just bump it off the rail to sort of 2-3 inches, so he can just land dead straight on the red, and then just roll the red underneath up the black down the bottom left to go one frame away. That's perfect. He can just doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. Just literally dolly the red into the middle. Is this off the break? Is this Ben's break now?
This is off. Liam was kicked in off the break.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, that was unlucky though. It was
unlucky.
Yeah. That was well played. That's in. Yeah, they were there, but you still got a.
Just shows you, find that one good shot with your free shot, and then work out your finish.
No.
Made that look very simple.
Yeah, no, it did. Especially under that pressure as well. Like saying, he's one frame. Well, Ben's just thinking like saying. If I was Ben, he's just thinking, right, just one big breaker, control that white as well. And he'll be in the quarterfinals. Liam's obviously just praying for either a bad split or a dry break, or even going off the break.
So Liam was 2-1 up in the second set, and Ben came back to win that one 4-2, and he's got an opportunity to do the same to win the match.
Yeah.
And Ben's looking incredibly sharp in this match.
Big shout out to my good friends at home, Kevin Opie and Shaki. How you doing, boys? Haven't got the update of Jeremy's match. He was one set apiece, but was 1-0 up. I left the boys to it. I got Jeremy a pint of Beck's at one set down. He lost the first set 4-1, and he won the second set 4-0, and then 1-0 up. That could be a very close match. So Ben will be looking for a big break here.
So here we go. Liam's needs a dry break here.
Yeah, Ben's just wiping his cue. He knows it's big break here. What's that time?
Just been told we've got 1,000 people watching on a 2:20 on a Friday afternoon. It's quite impressive.
Yeah, that is very impressive. Oh, he's controlled the cue ball lovely there. Went straight back. He's crunched them.
Absolutely crunched them. Okay,
he'll be happy with that.
Yeah, he's happy because he's got a chance. It's it'd be interesting to see which way he goes. I'm imagining he's going to go reds.
Let me have a look on it.
Kev coming in to join us, or is he just coming to find a space to work?
He's smiling. Obviously, you got that red.
Yeah, it's just a red, yellow, black on the right-hand side. I wonder if he could play plays the one over the left pocket now, or the red over the left pocket now, whether he can avoid the red it's nearest to and just drift into those if he needs to. He doesn't. He could play on them.
The next match on table 11 in the mixed, Hill and McDonough.
Yeah, that red to the bottom. That red to the bottom.
But yellows aren't a problem at all either. So it's about the same, I think. Now yellows are
that's a very very good shot.
Yeah,
he's going to be looking to go game here
with that one shot.
Yeah,
that's made
opened it right up.
Yeah, made it look very simple. Clean white, yeah.
There, Simon. Ben's just getting the referee to clean the white.
1-2, stop, referee to the screen.
So it looks like he's obviously going to get rid of the yellow to the bottom right of the pocket. I expect he'd be just looking to get very straight-ish on that yellow close to the black. So if he can clear that and just bring the white back, screw it back 2 inches, and then leave yourself straight around the pink spot for the other yellow, then it literally is the 3 yellows at the top end of the table, and then the black goes in the bottom bag. So if he can just play one good shot here, just getting the referee to just clean the white. He doesn't want like a kick or anything here. Just one good shot. It's hard to see it, but I think that yellow, he wants to put that in the middle. I can't see if it goes on the bottom right pocket, but if he can get dead straight on it, it's literally perfect. So you can just bring the cue ball back, and then he is well away.
That first shot was simple, yet very effective and really impressive. The start of the visit, it looked kind of a 50-50 call which way to go. And with one cannon, he's opened up the problem area and knocked a red safe, and obviously he's gone yellows, and now it's they're all there. It's just a case of can he hold himself together to roll them in. I think obviously it's going to be the one by the black after this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying that he wanted to.
But it looked like he played that in such a way that he was going for the one.
Does that yellow go down that bottom?
It doesn't. It looks like he wants to play it the one by the black to the right middle.
Yeah, I thought if he landed dead straight on it, let's say he'd just brought the cue back 2 inches and then leave the white where it is now, and then it's literally those 3 pots on the bottom and the black down there.
Yeah, it looks like he's probably gone a few inches further than perfect.
Yeah, I think that was the way he was going to go. He just overhit it a little bit.
I was thinking the one by the black next, and then it was a case of making sure he just gets the white out from the bottom end of the table and where he gets to, and then if he got that shot right, he'd be should be fairly routine. Straight's perfect.
Yeah, that looks good.
It looks like he would cannon the black.
I think he could just have a look.
He's going to cannon the black if he makes the pot. If he cannons the black, it's a case of how far up the table does he push it.
I think he might be able to just pinch it a little bit at the bottom screw and just pinch out into the hole. He can
just avoid the black.
Yeah, I think he just.
But he only needs to knock the black at the table.
I think he's got a nice angle.
Yeah,
he's got a nice angle.
So it was.
He's gone about these very well. So he's literally just got to pot these now. And he can go either way about it. The straight one he can screw back 2 inches, or he can pot the yellow to the right.
I think he's going to want to leave now. The black's nudged up the table just a fraction. The yellow to the left middle.
Yeah.
That wants to be his last ball, so he can pot that and just drift down below the middle pocket.
It looks like he can literally actually just dolly this yellow in, leave the white maybe half an inch in front of it, roll that yellow into the middle. So it's literally 4 roll-ins. He doesn't have to use a cushion at all.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to use any cushions.
It's just about pace control.
Yeah, it doesn't. Also want to kick on here. Just roll it in through an inch. Roll the yellow into the right middle. Stun the yellow into the left middle. White on the blue spot, and he'll be through to the quarterfinals.
He's going to screw back.
Yeah, he just wants to play it confidently.
I think he's going to play the yellow next to it in the same pocket.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
just don't think he wants to be rolling balls in.
No, that's the thing. I was thinking.
He likes.
I was thinking they had a massive kick
Yeah.
a couple of days ago. That was quite clever, really. Yeah, if you just stun it in like that.
And now he just needs to come back a few inches on this one. He wants to be almost straight, just short of straight, and that's perfect. There's no mistakes from here.
Just get the white back to where it is now. There's black to the centre then. Free set no win. It's quarterfinals.
Yeah, well played.
Well played, Ben. Yeah. Well, he played very solid there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He was very, very clinical.
He'll be happy with that performance.
So he moves on to the quarterfinals. I've been handed the sheet. I mentioned this earlier. The next match on the stream will be the doubles matchup between Jordan Shepherd and Jeff Allen, and Gareth Hibbert and Dean